If we can all just throw September away, it didn't happen. Just ignore it. Block it out your memories. October has been a lot more fruitful for us. And November's going to do exactly the same. Welcome back to episode 35 of our wonderful Cadbury's Heroes. And you can see we've got more points on the board. You can see we've got an actual striker that's joined in the top scorers. And you can see two lovely little green dots up here. Happy days. Before we jump into the episode though, if you could do me a favour of liking and subscribing, showing your support on the channel, that would be greatly appreciated. So as you're aware, we had a pretty diabolical September. We picked that up with a 1-0 win against Barnsley, with McBride getting his first goal since return. A 3-3 against Brentford, with 2 late goals from ourselves pulling back the point. Followed that up with a 3-1 win against Wigan, where Schmeichel, I think, got his first goal. And most recently, a 3-2 against Blackburn, in which our right-back scored twice. I'm not sure what he was playing at, but I'm all for it. Turns out our game's just been postponed. That's not ideal. So it's only been postponed the other side of the Sunderland game. So instead of being Charlton and Sunderland, we're now Sunderland and Charlton. That took longer than I thought. We're here for the Sunderland game. We're away at the Stadium of Light, which is holding 48,000 people. Disgraceful amount, considering it's very rarely full. They are currently sat in, I've lost them, 18th position. So, obviously, we're going to slap them. We're going into the game with Colton in goal, Watkin Jones, Cookney, Peake and McBride across the back four, Casareka and Wild outside of Boadu and the playmaker. I'll cover that in a second. And then Smeagol's playing behind John. Issue with the playmaker being, I'm going to have to play Stevenson again. It won't let me play Azeri because it will end up making him ineligible for the team that he joins in January. But that is also us. I don't know if the game doesn't understand that. I think that's the case, but it's not ideal. So, yeah, we're playing Stevenson still. Isn't exactly what I wanted, and we've just offered Bezerra a new contract actually, so we'll throw him in. Why the hell not? As a throw-in for Cadbury on the left, it's been put to Schmeichel. He's managed to get the ball into the area where John just kicked it at the defender in front of him. It's made its way back outside the area. Smeagol out on the left. Stevenson. Nice little short passes between them, but as I say, no one seemed to want to get the ball in the area. Watkin Jones now has it on the right, and he's kicked it at the person in front of him. Very frustrating. Dobbin is breaking down the left for Sunderland. He's got Peake over there to try and... Oh, it's over. Peake went through, I think, 2 games in 3, giving away a penalty. Not keen on that. I think both of them he was playing midfield as well rather than centre-back. Colton's got the ball, puts it into Peake, back to the goalie. Is he just going to whale this onto one of the wings now? Full-back, close enough. McBride, he's got Bezerra in front of him making a run. He's going himself. And now he's eventually passed it to Bezerra when he wasn't able to make use of his run, which is helpful. It's back with Sunderland's goalie now. He's whacked it forward. Peake's won the header, put it out to his winger. He's nodded it straight back into John. And John's followed his run through. Casareka didn't feel like putting it to him. He's got it in the box. Headed over. Corner for Cadbury on the left. Casareka in towards the near post. And it's headed away by Kartsev. Bezerra to Boadu on the edge. Oh, and his shot just wide. I think this is going to be another one of them seasons where we just kind of... just playing. Don't get relegated. Just play. Play well. And go with our usual tactic of stay in the league, try and push for a cheeky playoff. I don't know how well it's going to transfer in the Championship. Throw in on the left, put it to Smeagol, into Stevenson, back to McBride in a little bit more space. No, back out on the wing, never mind. Good ball in though. Boadu went for the header, but I don't think he got anywhere near it. It's now 3-on-2 for Sunderland. Brilliant ball forward, and the goalie was kind of in 2 minds. James Scott just passed it into the near corner. That's it's not gone to plan. Look at this. Look how easy it is for him. I'm not even necessarily on that much attacking. I'm just on positive. Ay. Corner, Kasareka to the near post. Kartsev heads away again. Bardu's picking up the loose ball. Back to his fullback. Stevenson. Through to Smeagol. It's kind of just fizzed the ball across, but there's no one really there. McBride's got it out on the left now. Are these going to play their triangles between themselves again and get nowhere from it? Oh, no, we've managed to make some space. McBride, good ball in. Hey! Oh, he's offside. Never mind, don't worry about it. I think it was Becerra. I'm pretty sure I just said offside. And it quite clearly said pushing another player. I read it. Just didn't acknowledge. Kasareka to the far post, and it's headed away. McNeil's starting the break for Sunderland. Right, so he's got... Oh, no, okay, doesn't matter. I was going to say, he's got Cookney in front of him. Will he be able to... They just walk round him? So, yeah, he can get past him quite easily. Corner for Sunderland. Mailing puts it in. And Buadu heads it away. It's our throw-in now. McBride puts it to Becerra. To Stevenson. Good ball into John. He gets immediately tackled, though. And McNeil's breaking away for them. It's 2-on-2. He's just walked past Cookney again. And Buadu gets the clearance. Just realised I haven't made a sub. We've got 7 minutes of the game left. Oh, this is the time when you bring people on and start making changes. Becerra, you come off. We'll bring Wild on. And also we'll take Watkins Jones out and put Jimmy Powell in because he scored a brace last game. I'm also going to attacking and I'm going to shout at him. They didn't like that. Throw in. McBride to Smeagol. And Sunderland immediately get possession back. And McNeil's through on. I think we're going to find out if it is Dwight McNeil. No, we're not. Just kicked it at the goalie for some reason. That was brilliant, apparently. It wasn't. It's crap. Last minute of the game. Kasareka's corner to the near... Oh, God. No one attacked it. The goalie's caught a corner on the floor. 6 seconds left now. I can't see anything happening. But the highlight's still going. So, let's hope. Kasareka was a brilliant ball out wide. Stevenson, again out wide to McBride. Good, I was going to say good ball in, but it's just smashed at the person, the first man. Buadu, Powell. He's got McBride out there on that. No, he doesn't want him. It's just going all the way. Oh, no, he's kicked it wide. Never mind. There is a second of the game left. No, there isn't. It's all over. Yeah, I feel a little bit robbed. Gotta be honest. I'm going to shout at him. Because they were crap. We now actually have Charlton. And with it being a game in hand, we know exactly what it's going to do for us. So if we do win, it will drag us all the way up to 4th. And if we lose, we ain't going anywhere. Does mean that Charlton will grab a few positions, but who cares about them? Following the loss in the last game, I'm just playing Astley and Cookney, because they're both just very good. We've got Colton, Astley and Cook as the middle three. Sublime. McBride and Watkins Jones as our fullbacks. Kasareka and Wild are playing outside of Peak and Buadu. And then we have Smeagol and John playing as the strikers. The only thing I am going to do, actually, is take John out. And we're going to throw in... Jamie Sol. As a throw-in for Charlton on the right. Thierry throws it to Cox. Over to Henry or Henry, I'm not sure. Tavernier at the shot, but Kasareka picks up the loose ball. So, Smeagol's through in the middle. He has a man all the way out on the left. Peak. No, okay, she's finished. We don't get to see ours. We do get a corner, though, and that's headed out by Mannion. Peak is out on the left. Puts it to Wild. Straight back to Peak. Is he going to get the ball in for us? Oh, he may not kick it at the person. I think Wild might be offside. He isn't. What a beautiful 2-2. I don't know if it's called a 2-2. I've got to be honest. But they didn't let anyone else play. They didn't need to. Peak to Wild. Straight back to Peak here. He has a little wonder. Watch little Wild here running in. And then he just goes, I'll have a bit of that. Goal. It's 1-0. We have roughly 10 minutes left of the half. As a corner for Charlton. It's put in towards Smythe, but that got headed. Oh, Jesus. What a save from Colton. I thought that was going miles over, and then I saw that it just didn't go up. It just carried on going towards the top corner. Henry puts it... Oh, and the header from Mannion's just wide. I keep stumbling whether it's Henry or Henry. It doesn't help that there was someone called Thierry just before him. We have a throw-in on our right. Watkins Jones puts it to Kasareka. Back to Watkin Jones. Boadu on the edge. Smeagol. Wild. Oh, no. Good stop from the goalie right on the line. The game itself's pretty even. We're kind of edging it shot-wise, XG-wise. A throw in for Cadbury on the right. Watkin Jones puts it towards Boadu. Gets immediately dispossessed. Tavernier puts it towards Smythe. He's just walked round his defender. Why can't the defenders just, like, hold position? They just get turned so easy. I don't know if it's because they're crap, but Ashley's my best player, so if that's the case, it's concerning. A few odd changes here, but the first one I've brought Soul off. Let me get myself out of the way, just for a second. The first one I've brought Soul off because he's not playing particularly well, and I've brought McGregor on for him. We then put James Clark, our backup right back, on right mid. Yes, James, that's fine. We don't need to see you. And then I realised that Watkin Jones wasn't playing particularly well either. And he was quite tired. So I've taken him off, and I've put Boadu back at right back, and we've put Stevie Peake over to box mid. I moved Adam Stevenson is his name? Yeah, it says it there. Don't even need to highlight on it. It's got his whole name on the screen. We've moved him to be our playmaker. So, hopefully, that little switchy switch will confuse Charlton no end. And we'll score another goal. There's a throw in for Charlton. They've put it to Clark. Back to Thierry. He's going to head down that right side. No one closed it down. Smythe got the header. And, yep, he's scored. It's not what I wanted. Turns out it didn't confuse them no end. They just went and scored. We've got a throw in now. McBride. Wild, Stevenson, brilliant ball back into Wild. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Stevenson's got the assist. We just brought him on. Wild's got his second of the game. Beautiful. Nice little ball through as well. This is a 1-2. Splendid. Look at that. Goalie's got no chance. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Try and praise him and see if that doesn't upset him. No, look at him. They're all on board. They loved it. We have 2 and a bit minutes left. Steals with a goal kick for Charlton. Yes, Wild wins the header. Schmeagol doesn't get the follow-up though. It's gone to Griffiths to them in the middle of the park. McDonald put down the right side. There is a man in the middle who it's gone all the way through to, and they've equalised again. Wow. That's just rude. I mean, it's all done. Annoyed. They get down the wide areas so easy. And it's just, simple balling. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with that. It's probably due to the fact that my fullbacks are both not the best. There's a child, trying to start a war outside. I just don't understand it. It's happened again, in which we've come back on camera, and we've had 2 pretty poor results. And admittedly, last episode, there was a few pretty questionable ones before. Ignore them. They didn't really happen. But we had our nice little run off camera. So what I'm going to do is just come back, in this area. I don't know when exactly, but I'll come back in here somewhere. And we'll update you on everything that's happened. I probably want to show the 3rd round game. So I might do... Actually, I'm going to do Birmingham in the 3rd round. We're back in this sort of, kind of group of games. And I hope you'll be back for that episode. If you do me a favour of liking, subscribing, showing your support on the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. And go along and tickle the bell as well. Thank you very much for your time.